Morning, everybody. Eddie the Block here at Relic Extractors. Phone does not want to sit in the holder here right this morning, so we are headed over to the local town dump this morning. Trying to keep the truck on the road. Scratch around a little bit and see what we can find there today. I'm going to see if I can get into some older stuff there, dig down a little bit today. As previously mentioned, the past couple trips that I've been there, I was really not prepared to dig. It was just killing some time for some other purposes. Mr. Jagger on his motorcycle just passing me by there. And so we'll see what we get into. It's about 7 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Nice sunny day. And I'll get back to you when we get there. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so it's been a little bit since we've been here. Obviously, since we've had all the rain, we got about 1.5 to 2 foot high of grass. So I just sprayed myself really good with the bug spray to keep the ticks, although I didn't see any when I was here last couple times. I didn't have any ticks on me or anything, but when it's like this, they'll just gather up in this stuff, so I don't need any surprises later. But just to show you this here, I mean, it's pretty soft where I'm walking. I gotta watch because there's a hole right here. I think I showed you last time, right down in there where it washed out. This is the top side of where that water was running down into that pond. There's a heron down there. Oh, there he goes. They are so keen on their surroundings. Probably fishing in there for little turtles and crayfish and stuff. So like I said, when I was meddling around in here first couple times, I pulled out those older Deer Park breweries, so I'm thinking down low and then straight in is older. Like I said, I'm going to scratch around a little bit first, but all this right here, if I do plug a hole in the ground, it's probably going to be right up around where that tree is right here, or just on the other side, because there's another washout right there behind, goes up in and behind that tree and comes down. I'm not sure what's up there. I've never really been up there. I might take a walk up. This could all be dumped too, that's pushed over. I don't know. Never really walked it. But maybe we'll take a look-see first. And over here is where I was pulling most everything out. That was the tree that I rested myself on there when I was waiting for Annie that one day. So from here all the way down into there anyway is all dump, so maybe even just coming down into here and working my way straight in. But now that this water has receded down in here, I'm gonna go take a look down in there too, and because we have had a couple storms since I was here last. Maybe some other stuff had washed out, down into here, so we'll see. So I might do a little bit of a live stream, which you guys will see before this, but that's to be determined yet. And we'll get back at you in a little bit, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so yeah, you can see how low this is. This was all underwater last time we were here. This may turn into a little bit of a mudlark adventure, but I mean, just from what I see on the surface here, this is all built up about a good 2 foot. And this is where the washout was. And last time I was here, this was filled up with water all the way up to here. So it's down about 3 foot. So very stagnant. Mosquito breeding grounds here. There are small fish, probably salamanders and stuff like that in here. That's what that heron was after. That noise you hear in the background is the road department out in front of municipal building. getting ready to do some road work, so I might get caged in here for a few hours today. Let's see what this is. Probably nothing much. But yeah. Well, sucker was in there too. Huh. All right. Mustard cream. Probably like a cold cream lid. Oh, still on the jar. There you go. Old Clorox. Ketchup. That looks like one of them green refrigerator bottles that you would put water in. Oh, I do see a corker over here. Let's see what that is. Oh no, it's just a screw top onto an old cork mold. So yeah, like I said, for the most part, this here is all like 30s. So old boot sole, another Clorox or something. Yep, another Clorox. And these like economy jars. This is like a coffee jar or something right there. All right, so I'm going to scratch around here just for a little bit, and then I'm going to go back over where that tree was, where I was leaning against. I don't see anything major since the last time as far as this washout area here goes. Let's see. That's that James Buchanan I left here last time. And I mean, it might pay to, I mean, you just see all the roots though. It's going to be a lot of work. But there is older stuff. Maybe I'll work this side. There's less big trees and the shrubs I can deal with getting up underneath them. So, all right, we'll get back at you if I start finding anything decent. Stay tuned. All right, guys, got into a little bit of a soft spot here. I just broke out the Sawzall and cut these couple roots out of my way. So going into this here is relatively soft. No sense in pointing, excuse me. No sense in pointing any bottle out that's sticking right now. Sticking out. A couple broken ones here or there. I did pull out a broken Deer Park Brewery. Like 1920-ish, I guess. So I had pulled a couple of those out last time I was poking around in this particular spot. This right here is not a rock. It's all old shingles from a roof. I don't know if I'm going to go this way because of these big trees right here. These roots, I can't even take my potato rake and rake this out. They're just like all through the surface because they're, water seekers from all the drainage. So I'm going to keep going this way as planned. And I'm going to clean this out. I mean, it's soft enough, like I said, I can pretty much just shove the shovel into it. So we're going to go at it and open this up here a little bit and see how far down it goes. I mean, maybe another 4 or 5 foot. I don't know what's pushed over. This is actually all that is all like just push over, So we'll see. We'll see what's underneath it. It could be some older stuff rolled up underneath here. And maybe not. The only way to find out is to go ahead and do it. So we'll get back at you. Stay tuned. All right. That didn't take too long. Haven't pulled it out and looked at it yet, but seems to be whole and intact milk. Hopefully it's not a Slick or a store brand. Hopefully it's a local one here between Milford and Matamoros or somewhere here in Port Jervis, New York, which is a stone's throw away on the other side of the river. So let's pull it out and see what we got. I don't see. Oh, it's a ACL Pyroglaze. Let's see. Yeah. It is a Matamoros. Paint's too far gone. I'm trying to remember the name of the dairies that were around here. Paint's too far gone to see it. Alright. Maybe let it dry out a little bit. And then maybe we can read it a little bit later. So, well, that was promising. So I'm going to just work this whole thing. Like I said, it's nice and soft in here, easy to dig. More glass than rocks, which is a good thing. And, you know, kind of familiar with the hillside dump down by Annie's mom. So, and anyone who wasn't on the auction last night, we pretty much lost the hillside dump to the landowner. His stop work order was lifted, so you know he's tearing everything up and just crushing all the history that's there, you know, excavating the place. So it is what it is. A lot of what's in this dump here is, you know, reminiscent and you know what can be found, just more localized to here than down there. So no harm, no foul. It is what it is. And, you know, we got plenty of other places to dig. So, all right, stay tuned. We'll see what comes out next. All right, guys, here's one for you. Who here remembers fluff in a jar? I think it was that, like, marshmallowy spread, wasn't it? I'm not positive, but, fluff. F-L-U-F-F. Fluff. Yeah, I think it was that, like, a marshmallowy spread instead of peanut butter. I don't know. Something like that. I vaguely remember this stuff as a very young kid. So, if anybody remembers that, be sure to pop that into the comments. I think I might take that back, clean it up. Not sure if a standard mason jar lid will fit on there or not, but we'll give it a whirl, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, nice little deco style, more than likely nail polish in there, with the cap. I don't see any name on it. Let's see. There is something on it. Let's see if I clean it off enough so we can read it. Doesn't want to focus. If any of you guys can see it, let me know. But I may find out before I post the video. I don't know if Tina, I don't know if any of you guys that collect the perfumes would be interested in any of these other little, like, you know, cosmetic things or nail polishes. But this one's a nice little nail polish. So I'll take it. We'll see what happens. Okay, stay tuned. All right, I did throw basically the top half of this away because I couldn't tell what it was. And here's the bottom. Spur Bottling Company of Port Jervis, New York. So that's a crier. That would have been an awesome local ACL here. 28, 26 ounce size. Yeah. Okay. I think yeah, there's the top laying right down there. Right where I just threw that. And we're going to keep going. Stay tuned. Alright, just pulled out another one of those paneled shoulder and neck area whiskeys, you know, reminiscent of old Granddad, Jim Beam, whatever. I'd like to find one with at least a partial label on it so I can, you know, put my thumb on it as to exactly what type of whiskey it was. And I've got a few of these at the house now. Like I said, I'm going to have Gene cut the threaded part off the top, polish the lip up, and do some acid etching on the bodies. So I'll put it aside, and I'll let the dump here be my personal stockpile, unless someone else comes around and takes them. And if that's the case, that's fine. So it is getting a little wet down there, so the water is obviously seeped into the ground. You know, a little bit more muckier there. So just, there's so much glass in here, and I don't want to break anything, even if it is, you know, newer stuff. So progress is a slow roll here. Just being diligent and taking it easy, getting to where it is. So, all right, stay tuned. We'll be back. Whew, it's actually humid. It's overcast, but it's humid. I'm going to take a break in a minute or two here. This is a crier. I've dug two of these before, locally, not too far from here. Not a pumpkin seed, but you know, just a round flask with like a wreath pattern on this side. And I don't see any stars on the side, so it's slightly different than the other ones that I dug. And then I went ahead another wreath pattern on the other side. Yeah, that would have been a nice find today. Well, maybe there's another one in there. So pulled out this cast iron like tripod, you know, like flower pot stand, I guess. A Certo gelatin mix, and that's about it so far. So like I said, I'm just taking it nice and easy, poking a little bit at a time, because there is a ton of glass. It doesn't look like it, but you know, like I said, I don't want to break anything. I didn't break that, just unfortunate that was broken. And I'm gonna go get my water out of the truck. I'm probably going to be here for a couple hours. I'm probably not going to poke around over there, so I got to go get my bags, at least for now anyway. Yep, I'm going to go get my water and pop a squat for 10 minutes, and then we'll get back into it. So stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm going to go get my bags and my butt pad that's in my shoulder bag. Lay it down so I can sit here, because there's all kinds of stuff in the wall right here. So I'm just going to do like I normally do, and poke in, take it down, clean it out, poke in, take it down, clean it out, and just slowly work my way right into this here, and we'll see what we get. All right, break time. See you in a bit. All right, still haven't technically taken my break yet, just sat down here. Good thing is the truck is only about 50 feet away, so I can even go kick back if I get too tired. But just to show you, glass is stacked in here. Naked eye, you don't see much. Broken bottle here. At least maybe it's not broken. I don't know what that is. Pretty narrow to be a milk. Up high, like I said, probably, you know, ketchup, exactly. And the only bad thing is about me digging this down here is when this water runs in here again, it's just going to fill this hole back in. So I definitely got to try and get at least on the other side of the channel here. Or it'll be double work, and whatever it is. I'm not really worried about it. But some stuff here looks like a little maybe a teacup. That might be stoneware. That's broken. There's a jar right here. There's something right here. Maybe that's a milk. I don't know yet. Old shoe right here sticking out. And there's some stuff down in here. There's a big giant root in my way, of course. Never fails. But hey, that's the territory I'm digging in here today, so I gotta accept it, work around it, cut it, whatever I gotta do. So all right, drink of water, 10-minute break, and we'll see you back. All right, I'm into a nice crunchy rusty layer, and that white right there could be a dinner plate, a ceramic plate, or something. I don't know if it's whole or broken, but you know, you can see more glass stacked up here. Some signs of older life, albeit in 3 pieces. A John Coleman Brewing of Ellenville, New York. Base came out first, and I was like, okay, so that's promising. And there's the rest of it. And then look at that, nice decanter right there popped out, and that huge, probably an applesauce jar or something like that. And but that decanter is the find of the day so far. It's pretty nice. Maybe one of Darlene's stoppers will fit on that. It's got a pretty wide opening. That's that top that was sticking out up top on the high end here, you know, sticking out like that. So that's a nice decanter. We'll clean that up and get that on an auction. And I'm sure one of Darlene's stoppers will fit on that, one of those big fancy stoppers that she sent us, so we can finally put one to use. All right, we'll see you back. Alrighty, so I'm down there pretty good. I just had to cut this root out of my way so I can go this way towards this bank. There's a couple peculiar things in here. Yeah, it looks like a that looks like one of those Ball Ideal experimental lids right there, and broken top. There's some other stuff in here, stuff up high right here. My first bit of age really outside of that Coleman, so at least I'm into, you know, late teens, early 20s with that. Probably some type of shop light bulb here. Automobile blinker bulb, maybe. Queen jar, broken. And this handle was definitely off of a beer mug. These were the styles. This was where you would rest your thumb as you tipped your drink. So I'm getting into some older stuff, but I'm still mostly, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s scrambled in. But that definitely looks like a Ball experimental lid for the Ideal jar. And there's a couple other things in there. So taking another breather, and we'll go back at you when they start falling out, I guess. See you in a bit. Alright guys, quick update. There's another crier. I don't know if this was a crown or a blob. They made both styles of this. This is Deer Park Brewing of Port Jervis, New York. So just a hop, skip, and a jump over the river. Shoulder embossed. No date on the bottom of this one. So definitely into some pre-prohibition stuff here. And that was a Ball experimental lid there for the Ideal jar. And there's the top of that Queen jar. Lightning style closure. And a little square clear Ball Perfect Mason. No drop day, third L or underscore. So that's, you know, 50s up until present. In and around that area. Amber Owens, Illinois jar. A Deep Hat and Coke from Scranton. And there's a mason jar insert down there. You know, and then your typical 30s, 40s, and 50s stuff is still like falling in and around. But there's some older stuff mixed in, so I got some promising stuff here showing up. So that's a good thing. And I'm just going to take it easy here and pick around nice and easy, like I said earlier. Clean it out, pick a little more, clean it out. This big sucker right here, I'm thinking is another one of those big applesauce jars or something like that. So I'm just going to let that sit there for now and work my way across right here so I can get over to where this bank comes down, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm back there pretty much as far as I can go, so I'm gonna go like right in this spot right out here in front and plunge the shovel in like right here and go down this way, clean this all out. Couple things came out. This would have been nice. Too bad it's cracked right there. Glass, like drawer pull, probably off a dresser, or maybe a fancy like bar cabinet or something like that. If that wasn't broken, I would have taken that back. I would have just dropped that in the muriatic to let it eat away at that metal. So pressed glass, you know, deco period, 20s, 30s. So that was that, and the odds of finding a decent cone top beer can in here with no rust on it or minimal rust on it is nil. Common ACL Pepsi single dot soda, and I did find a broken top to another one. Basin Boss Phillips Milk and Magnesia. Cool looking little milk glass container. Just says made in the USA on the base. This is a nice little find. Nice little green depression glass salt shaker. Kind of like a diamond / honeycomb pattern on it. I don't know if this one will glow or not. It's kind of light, but still has a top on it. And I'll clean that up a little bit. Maybe about a 2-minute dunk in the muriatic, rinse it off, and then get a Dremel on it and clean it up. So that's about it. So I'm really not going to be taking too much out here so far. But that's the neatest little find of the day. And then a decanter. And then this stupid old rubber ball. Remember these old bouncy balls? I mean, they were actually rubber. So that's about it. And then a few of these big picnic beers here. This one's got a partial label. Miller High Life. So I don't know if any of you used to drink that stuff back in the day. I used to enjoy it when I was drinking, when it was really hot out. But so that's about it. I mean, there's stuff falling all over the place and sticking out. So like I said, I'm about 4 feet down in there, so I'm just going to go right here and plunge the shovel in and clean it out. And then this way I can work right into the bank and just leave this here. So like I said, it's going to wash in anyway, the next big storm we get. And I'd rather actually have something here to let it flow back out and then take all this stuff here behind me that I'm tossing out down there towards the pond with all that other stuff. So other than that, a little break, and then I'll be able to stand up and throw everything behind me. All right, guys, stay tuned. Oh, yeah. I'm tripping over myself here. All right, guys, I got that opened up right here. You know, off the channel. You know, the runoff here. And I'm getting down into it. Couple things came out. Let me give you a quick update. Nothing over the top. Still kind of in the same time period here. Got a nice deep Patent Coke, Elmira, New York on the base. I'll have to look in my Coke bottle book to see what the rarity is of that one. And another William Teacher's whiskey out of Glasgow, Scotland. Goofy little plastic toy truck Probably a Tootsie Toy. I can't really read it. I don't know if I'm going to bring it or not, but I just put it aside as a notable. So, yeah, I got to scoop that back out there again and pluck into it. And it's already noon, so I'm going to give it about another hour and a half. And then I got to hop over the bridge here into Port Jervis for Chef Annie and pick up a few things and maybe stop at Rosie's and get an Italian sandwich to bring home. I don't know. We'll see. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. We'll get back at you. Whew. Yeah, I'm still plucking at it. Right when I feel like I want to pack up and go, something pops out. So, looks like a Atlas Easy Seal. So, I'll get back at you in a minute. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on, guys. All right, another promise of some older stuff. And it seems the older stuff that I am popping out, if you want to call them late throws for the time period that I'm digging in, Jacob Rupert, it's cracked all the heck though. But yeah, at least I'm down into the late teens and early 20s. And I did pop out this nice quart size Atlas Easy Seal with the lid right there. Shays Dairy with the bottom knocked out. And I got the smaller beaded neck Atlas Easy Seal. So this is newer. This is the lightning style here. You can see that orange around it. That's where the rubber gasket was. So I just knocked that all down in there, and I'm going to pack up. Not all of that. Obviously, I'm only taking a couple things of what's here, and then I'm going to go run out and do what I got to do for Chef Annie and get home, take a shower, and then I'll send everybody their merchandise invoice from last night's auction. And you know, please, you know, pay it as quick as you can, and no pressure though. And this way, by the end of the week, we should be able to get everybody's stuff invoiced on the shipping. Which again, you know, please try and send that friends and family. And we'll see you guys on the next. Maybe I'll have a cleanup on this if I have time. Maybe not. I got a lot of stuff to do with Annie before her show this weekend. So we will see you next time around, guys. Peace.